had some things in mind I wanted to talk about and
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
But some of it, I think I would definitely rather wait for a later date just because so the two things I kind of wanted to talk about are like some of the things that I felt like not made me have ADHD, but just some things that like contributed to my, mind and all of that. And then I also wanted to talk about some of the things that have genuinely really helped and like kind of
Nice.
go into a little bit more of the specifics because again like
Awesome.
just therapy in general isn't for everyone or just
No.
this isn't for everyone,
Right.
so I wanted to talk about like more specifically what helped me, what helped like because I mean
Okay,
if you
that's
do know
awesome.
therapy at all.
I'm rejuvenated again, obviously, by you saying that. So, what did help you? That's
um
yeah.
but yeah, like not but yeah, shoot, what was I gonna say?
uh,
But
ADHD.
but yeah, some of the things I did want to like save for a later date just so
Okay,
I could have things a little bit more prepared.
that's fun.
Just so I could like give some examples of like this is what I did that helped me and this is why. Just because like, we know not everything works for everyone and this or that and just I think, like, I don't know if you've ever done therapy, but I think a big thing that's important to me in that when it comes to therapy, is just in general the idea of talking to someone and like an outside perspective. They're going to react from that outside perspective
Yeah.
and allow that to like it's like those aha moments
Yeah.
that we can get too outside of therapy, too just talking to people, but that's like I feel like the biggest part is like you talk to someone and because they're outside of the little circle and they can see what it is, they can kind of give you a perspective from outside that's validating to you. And it's kind of that aha moment of like, oh my gosh, I've never even thought about it that way. Um, but like I said, you don't have to go through therapy to get that. So,
I,
um,
so I love that. And sorry, I called you Amanda multiple times on the first. Is it Mandy or Amanda? Like, what do you
either
prefer?
one,
Okay.
either one. Yeah.
But
Actually, my on my birth certificate it says Amanda and then Mandy in parentheses Marie Narvet. So either
awesome.
one.
Okay. No, what you just said actually means a lot to me, especially since I've been struggling recently. So why don't we just shift this and wait for all of that stuff and just be there for each other as friends?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what have you been going through that, like,
Um,
recently? Because I've been going through a lot. My job is stressful as shit. I'm almost like, my medications are off and all this. I'm like, fuck, like, god
yeah.
damn, like, I just want to talk to somebody, which is what you just said. I just want to talk to somebody that may have a different perspective. So, Mandy,
Yeah.
let's just talk as friends. I need
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be because
it.
I mean actually the kind of big thing I had this like thought came to my mind a couple weeks ago actually that I was like, okay, here are the two things I want to talk about on the podcast next. The one being what has genuinely actually helped me,
Right.
and then the other one is invalidation and just how, for example, I've talked about how like I have BPD as well. And a major part of that, part of the like key part of that is you have these extreme emotions And part of what triggers these other behaviors and self-destructive behaviors in BPD and in ADHD is invalidation. You constantly just feel invalidated from
Yep.
your strong emotions, and everybody else is telling you, no, it's not up here, it's down here, but
Right.
you're feeling it up here. And that invalidation that leads to these other self-destructive behavior, the want for attention, the need for, validation and all of that. And I do feel like just lately, um, I mean, I'm constantly like this. I'm up and then I'm down and then I'm up again one day and the next
Right.
day I'm down again. And so, I mean, I feel like definitely the past couple weeks, my emotions have been a little bit more heightened. I don't know if it's the time of year, what it is, but I actually like literally right before this around 4:30, I was like texting Guy like furiously. I'm like, I'm freaking out right now. I was having a little mini panic attack. Like, I don't know if I should do this. I'm so overstimulated.
Oh my God.
And
So Amanda, like I went through the same thing because I am trying to get with my doctor to get my medications right and all that. And leading up to this, I'm like, I, I, I want to present my best self, right? Like I want to present the
Mhm.
topics I want, but this is a safe place for us to talk about the fact that we're both fucked up. We both have issues, and that's it. Like, and I honestly, it's humbling to me that I get to talk to you now because I don't have anyone else to talk to right now. So this helps me a lot, and,
Yeah, I mean,
which
I've
is my
got to
bedrock
say,
principle: is you talk to someone that loves you. That's it.
yeah, yeah, a guy kind of like steered me in the right direction too. He's like, but this is like what you're doing it for. I was able to like calm down and just breathe. And I'm like, okay, I think I still definitely want to do it. But I
Yeah,
was in the shower and I was just like, oh my God, I just started freaking out and I lost it. I'm like, everything is touching me. The shower curtain's touching me. And now this whole shelf
it,
just fell off the wall and just so many things. And I'm like, I
no,
can't handle it. Like, I'm wet now and I have to get out and be dry and like do the thing. And just, it was so much going on. And some days it's just like that. Like,
yeah,
you know,
that's the day for me as well. It's basically like I didn't want to do a podcast or whatever, but I think that this is important for people to see.
hmm
Because while we're both like kind of low, at the moment, it we still did it. Like we're still on this call. We still
yeah,
are talking to each other. So like,
exactly.
uh,
And like, that's what it is,
yeah,
like,
100%.
yeah, just
I,
managing, things
yeah.
as they
So,
come.
so you and I will have to do a part three of what you wanted to talk about later, which is fine. Because
Yeah.
I honestly just wanted to come on and have a friend. That literally was it.
I had a friend just text me because yesterday I was just feeling kind of rough too. Just again, I don't know what it is. Like, there is this side of me that, like, desperately wants or needs, like, some structure
Right,
and some sort of routine. And then there is the part of me that, as it's like a subconscious, I don't know if it's like a subconscious reaction or a subconscious realizing that, like, okay, this week, here we go again, like doing the same things every week. Time to do the dishes again, time to sweep, time to take the trash out. That it's like that constant battle of like,
what matters versus what doesn't.
yeah, exactly. And like I need this stability and structure, but at the same time I go crazy with it. I can't
Yeah,
stand the feeling of like here I go again. And that was my issue yesterday, as it was my first day of my weekend. And here I am starting to get into do the chores and I just broke down. I'm like, I don't want to do these damn dishes. I don't want
Right.
to. I just don't want
So,
to.
eh,
And because I know that that's what the cycle is. My
yeah,
weekend comes, I get my chores done, I have some free time to myself, and I just can't stand that. Like, I know I can enjoy my free time without the chores being done
right,
beforehand,
right.
but it allows me to be more comfortable with that. And it's just that battle of like, I just don't want to. I don't want to. I want to skip ahead and finally have that chance of like, it's my weekend now. I want to do what I want. I want to do nothing. But
There's
just
nothing
knowing
wrong with that.
that,
There's nothing wrong with that at all. Because
yeah,
guess what doing the dishes does? Nothing. It does
yeah,
nothing. It's a clean
yeah.
plate. And guess what? Vacuuming the floor, or
It's
cleaning the
going
house.
to be, yes, exactly. Like
It
it's
doesn't
going
do
to keep,
shit to move you forward in life, which is, you know what? If I skip the dishes, if I skip cleaning the floor, then all of a sudden I say someone else's life because I wasn't involved in the bullshit that doesn't matter.
yeah,
And,
yeah. And
and that's
it's,
how I think, at least. I just,
yeah, I agree. I get caught up though in like the feeling that like, that was another big thing that came to my mind is like, especially growing up with ADHD
yeah,
and undiagnosed ADHD, where I'm experiencing these things, but my teachers are telling me, no, it's not ADHD. No, you're just lazy. No, it's this or that, whatever. You just need to work harder. You need to be earlier. You need to, whatever.
Jesus.
That kind of built into kind of what it is now, that invalidation.
Yeah.
And now I'm at a point where like I manage it and I recognize it, whatever, and it's great. But I kind of like um forget what I was gonna say.
Oh, no, it's totally cool. What I'll say about that is everyone that says that says you just need to do. You just need to do. You just need to do this. You just need to do that. Well, what if with ADHD, we can't do the just what you need to do thing? Then
Yeah,
that makes it a massive problem.
yeah, yeah.
And
And it's like, yeah. And it's not like, I think, at least for myself, sometimes, so I don't really know if this is all ADHD people or what this is, but like, I am chronically late, chronically late.
me too.
It is
You're not
so
alone.
hard. My mom is late for everything. My dad is early for everything.
So is mine.
And it's so hard. And I've just
Yeah.
gone through it and gone through it where I'm like, okay, let me for a week or two try this. Let me try getting up at this time. Let me try doing this, just trying these different routines. And I always fall back into it. And I think there's so many different factors that play into that. But like one I was
100%.
contemplating just the other day is like, I think people with ADHD, like, it's so easy to say, oh, you just have to do this, but it's not just that. You
Yes.
don't just have to brush your teeth. You have to get your toothbrush out, get the toothpaste out, wet it, put it on. Like, it's not, there's all these other mini tasks that go into this one little task. And at the end of the day, brushing your teeth is just one of the many
Right.
things that
Right.
it's like we overlook all these little things. And that's why I'm late. I wasn't late because I was just lollygagging, but because I genuinely believed wholeheartedly that this task was going to take me 30 seconds. And like we
Well,
forget about,
it's time blindness. Time
yeah,
blindness to be like, okay, so I brush my teeth every single morning, but I have to get the toothpaste out, then find the toothbrush, then put the toothpaste on the toothbrush, then brush my teeth, then, all of this. By the time that's
yeah,
done, that's 30 fucking minutes. and and
Yeah.
and then it's like, okay, well now I have to go get in the shower. So I turn the shower on, and then I wait for the water to get hot, and then okay, so the water's hot. Then I wash my hair, and now I have to shave. Okay, well,
And you
what,
also think of all these things while
where's my
that's
razor?
happening.
Where's my razor? Like,
Yeah.
is the razor here? Did I put that up there? The previous night. It's exhausting.
And I
It's
think of all these
that.
things while I'm doing it. Like, oh, while I'm waiting for the water to get warm, let me just go run and do this. And then
Yeah.
the next thing I know,
Oh,
that's
oh,
15 minutes and the shower's running.
oh my God, Amanda! Just this morning, I while I was waiting for the water to get hot, I was like, I have to do laundry. I have to do laundry. So I sprinted to get the laundry and then put it in the washing machine or whatever. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, heat setting, warm. Oh shit. Now that means that the shower is going to be cold that I have to take because so now I'm panicking, right? Like I'm panicking over the fact that it's, I get it. I get it.
And
It's
I get into this like paralysis of like, which one should I do next? Like,
right,
oh, I already
right.
started the
Yes.
laundry, but now my shower's going to be cold. So should I skip the laundry and go for the shower, or should I skip the shower, go
Yeah.
for the laundry? And it's like, I feel like all of that,
Exhausting.
like this world wasn't made for us.
No, it isn't.
You know,
And
like if you ever, like as soon as you started talking about that, in my apartment, our washer and dryer is in the bathroom. In other
I like
countries,
that
that's
actually.
how they do it. In
Right.
other countries, that's like the norm.
I
And
like that
like
though.
that is kind of like not necessarily, but it's kind of more convenient for people with ADHD. This world is not built for
No.
us. It's
And
built for the norm, and I feel like that's where that invalidation comes in on top of everything else you're
correct.
experiencing.
Correct. And,
And like,
go ahead. Sorry. I was trying to interrupt and I couldn't do it.
you're good, go ahead.
No, but my thing is with that is, yes, the world is not built for ADHD people. However, if you can accept your strong points, then the world is actually controlled by us.
Yeah.
And it's controlled by love. It's controlled by care. It's controlled by, you know what? Fuck it. My truck's going to be dirty. Fuck it. I'm not going to do the laundry well. Fuck it. I'm not going to do this. Any of these things well. However, I'll save your life because I care about
Yeah.
you the most.
Yeah. I know that I'm going to keep giving rides to people. And like, yeah, I want my car to be clean for when I pick up this person.
Right.
But at the same time, I know I'm going to keep giving them rides. And it's like, yeah, I want my car to be clean, but
Yeah.
I also want, like, I'm happy to give to this person. If I can like spend time with this person and give them a ride, that's okay. Like some of
Yeah.
my things, like you said, it can wait. What is doing the dishes one time going to do? Occasionally that's where I do get in that loop of paralysis I said, where it's like, personally, I don't like, again, I don't know if everyone's like this, but for me, and I tend to notice women are like this more, but like, and not all the time, but I have a harder time getting relaxed and getting comfortable at the end of the day, knowing that the floor isn't swept or knowing that this isn't done. And for me, it's a little bit more about sensory things. Like that's kind of what my little breakdown
100%.
was about today is like,
100%.
oh my God, I really need to shower. I smell so bad. I'm so sweaty. I really need to shower. But I'm frustrated because I know when I get out of the shower, I won't have anything touching my feet. I'm going to immediately touch the floor and there's cat litter on the floor. And I don't want to
Right.
like, and I just get stuck in these
So that's more of an
like
OCD, I think, than,
a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah. It is for sure. That's definitely
But
something I've talked with my therapist about some is like they do seem they've pointed out to me before. They're like that sounds a little bit so
yeah, yeah.
but
Go ahead. Sorry. Damn it.
I think too I try not to like And I know we've talked about this some before last time is like the labels aren't always what's important. I'm just trying to
Right.
manage my situation. I don't know if like me not like I don't know if me always wanting socks on is an OCD thing or an ADHD thing. I don't know either way. It's just something I have to
Uh,
manage sometimes, or I have to recognize, these
it's actually
compromise these different
it's
things.
just a human thing. Okay, that's I don't like to go to sleep without socks on. I don't like to have sex without socks on. Okay, like I want comfort on my feet. I'm not a feet
Hmm.
person, so that is not a like ADHD or OCD thing. That is just you want socks on your feet.
Hmm.
I like to
Yeah.
sleep in the cold. I like to sleep when it's 57 degrees, AC just blasting on me. So yeah, I'm going to cover my feet with socks. That doesn't mean that
Just
something
a
is,
second. I'm going to turn
yeah,
this light
yeah,
on.
no, 100%.
There we go. Starting to get dark out.
Yeah, this time changes fucking suck. But
Yeah.
oh my God. But what I was saying is that like having socks on when you go to sleep is not a mental disorder thing. Like that is just being comfortable. Like that that's just being comfortable.
Yeah.
Because my toes, I'm gonna tell you right now, are ugly as shit. So I cover them up with socks so I can go to bed and not have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
But uh, but I think at the end of the day, I, I I thank you first for helping me just get rejuvenated and start talking again. But it's also one of those things where ADHD is a massive problem for a lot of people. But when you're talking about like cleaning the dishes or do I mop the floor or whatever, how about paper plates? Paper plates, throw them away. Like
Hmm.
that would be the easiest fix to any of that. But I don't know about you. My significant other, my wife, loves to eat off of like these plates that were given to us during our wedding and all this kind of stuff. I don't give a fuck about that. All I care about is eating. So if I'm eating off a paper plate and then I can throw that paper plate away, I don't have to worry about it
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about that? Like, just make it easy on us. Just make it
Yeah.
easy. Like,
Um, Something else I was thinking about, like, I've been feeling lately just a little bit more like misunderstood.
oh my God, me
Um,
too. Me
I
too.
feel, and that is something that I do kind of feel like, I mean, I do feel like every human goes through feeling misunderstood and, this or that, but just lately I have felt a little bit more like my ADHD has, I guess, I don't know what to call it, but just, I mean, I think it's caused a little bit of insecurity in myself somewhat lately. And, I mean, we all go through phases of like feeling more secure or insecure and this or that. So, I mean, just it's been lately, and I know it's not going to be like this forever. I'll feel better, but like I've just been
Now,
feeling a lot like my ADHD has been just made things, I don't know what it is, but it's just made me feel a little bit like just kind of question
lonely, maybe.
yeah, just kind of question like if I'm doing things right or if I'm,
Yeah.
you know being a good friend, or if I am doing these, just kind of questioning
Do not question whether.
myself and, my like feeling kind of insecure because there are things sometimes that I feel like could happen to anyone. Like some things I feel like are just unpreventable.
Right.
And, things happen sometimes. And then sometimes things happen that, which I don't mind being, I can point out my flaws and joke about them or this or that. But like, there's been a couple instances lately that some things have happened that has made me feel like, did I do that? Am I in
Right.
the wrong? And did I overlook something and actually make this mistake? Or is
Yeah.
this person just blaming me for this?
Right. So the ADHD brain works in very mysterious ways. It's basically like you feel like you're at fault for everything. No matter whether you are or you're not, you feel like you're at fault. Like,
Even if you haven't done anything wrong,
correct,
is
correct.
someone out there mad at me, you
Right,
know?
right, exactly. But then the other side of the ADHD brain comes in and says, no, you didn't do shit wrong. Fuck it. Let's go, all that kind of stuff. So it's a constant contrast of I fucked up versus I'm awesome. That is the disorder. I'm
Mm-hmm.
fucked up versus I'm awesome. And what's so hard for all of us to grasp is that we can't choose the way we feel in that moment. In that moment,
Yeah.
we say, you know what? We're fucking awesome. Okay, great. That's tremendous. Within a split second, we'll say, we're terrible. We did this. It's awful. It's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
That is the disorder.
Yeah.
And
Just a duality.
right. And I think that that's a good and a bad thing. Because the good part of that is when you're on it, when you're like, yes, I did this, I fixed this, I did this, then it's like, okay, awesome. But the next second, it's like, well, did I really do it? I'm fucked. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so that confuses ADHD with bipolar, which is what you were saying earlier is ADHD and bipolar. It's presents itself the same way. My thing is, I think that if you get to know the ADHD person via friendship, like you and I have had on this episode, then it becomes a lot less worse to be like, I suck. I want it to be, I'm awesome. Like that's what I want it to be. And
Mm-hmm.
and that's hard to do, but with support, like you have said in the previous episodes and tonight, support is ultimately what matters. So
Mm-hmm.
why don't we just be badasses and fuck everyone else? Sorry, like that's just kind of my take on it. But I was struggling, but now I'm energetic because of you. That matters.
Mm-hmm.
That matters. Now I can go edit and get caught up on all these episodes I've not been editing for a while because I said, you know what? I know you're down, Laval, but just get on the call with someone and you'll be fine. And now I am. Like now I can go back and do those things. And by the way, fuck the dishes, paper plates, fuck the dishwasher. Just throw that shit away. It doesn't matter. Like none of that
Mm-hmm.
matters. What matters is this.
Yeah. Um, I think that's also what it can be such a special thing about ADHD, like you said, is that like duality, that ability to bounce back and that
Yeah.
ability to, you know, kind of be in the moment now. Yeah, earlier we were having a breakdown, but let's just keep on trucking, and
Yeah.
within 10 minutes we're back doing this thing,
Yeah.
creating something great, doing something great.
Like my mom said, it's resilience. My mom has always told me that resilience is the greatest ADHD trait there is because we
Hmm.
don't stop. And like we don't stop, maybe that's at a detriment to us, but also we don't stop. Like
Hmm.
we just keep going. That is a massive advantage in this world. And
Yeah.
God damn it, Amanda. Now I'm going to be up all night. Thank you. Awesome. I was so down before I talked to you, and now I am like loving this. Now I can get back to my job. Which is, but yeah. So part three, we need to do that at some point. But I have to do this at the end of every single time. Is what are you most proud of?
Hmm. So, this one I'm gonna have to think about a little bit
Fine.
because I
I,
think it changes, over time, different things that we become proud of, and some things I'm proud of just for today. Um, but right now, I think what I'd say I'm most proud of right now is sort of like you said, the resilience, but like the curiosity and the openness I have to my emotions, and to not just like
oh
I said, there's been a couple things that have made me question, like, am I just bad, or did I just make a mistake, or is this person just kind of throwing blame on me? Like, which kind of that imposter syndrome feeling of like, wow, have I just kind of let myself go? And I have been a little bit more clumsy lately, and I have been, you know, just not managing, but like I haven't just immediately just said, just allowed those things to overtake me. I've been curious. I've been open into understanding where are these emotions arising from, and not just immediately let them consume me and say, "Oh, I just need to do a little bit better." And then, I'll be back to myself again. I just need to work a little bit harder. I need to focus a little bit more. I haven't like just gotten down on myself or just taken those things to heart when a friend has gotten mad at me. Lately, I have, you know, noticed and felt like maybe I haven't been doing my best, or maybe I could be doing better, but I haven't just immediately just let that take over me. I've been inquisitive, I've been curious, I've been just open to allowing these emotions, and just recognizing like this isn't who I am just because this is what someone got mad at me for. I'm not this mistake. I'm not this. But what are those feelings coming from? What is bringing this up? What type of insecurity is, and what can I do to heal that side of me? And
I love that.
so that's like what I've been proud of lately, is just being very aware of these, I guess, somewhat negative emotions,
Right.
and just being aware that sorry, I'm trying to get my cat out of the way. She's trying to
No,
sneak
you're
up.
fine.
But
Everyone has a cat. Everyone does.
yeah,
But
I've just been pretty proud to be just inquisitive to that, and not just immediately saying, "Oh, I'm no good," or "I'm not doing good enough. I need to work harder," and like allowing myself to just see where it's coming from and see what I can
right.
do. Maybe I don't actually have to just work harder and blah blah blah, do better, maybe I just have some unhealed things that are popping up that it's like,
Yeah.
okay, let's deal with this. What is little Manda needing? Sorry, bug.
If I could tell you, what I'm most proud of you for is, honestly, like you saved my ass tonight. I'm sorry. Like, like
Well, thank you. I'm
I,
glad
I,
we did it. I'm
I,
glad
yeah,
we
I was honestly on the cusp of being like, you know what, I just can't do this
same,
tonight. And
same.
but we got together and we talked and we're friends, and that's I'm proud of you for. I am proud of you for like, I I I don't like a lot of like talk and bullshit and all that kind of stuff. What I am proud of is throwing paper plates in the trash can. And I think that that's the key to all this. But no, Mandy, you helped me a lot tonight just by showing up. And I think that showing up is what ADHD people sometimes don't do. However,
Yeah.
I I needed that. And you did it, and so did I. So fucking rock on.
Yeah. I feel the same way. I seriously was like, I'm not sure if this is going to be a good look. This isn't
Right,
even,
right.
fully what I wanted to talk about. I'm just not sure. I don't have my notes together, all of this. But I'm like, it's okay though. Like, I mean, that's what it's about. Like, it's okay. I can just
Talk.
be who I am and just like talk. It doesn't have to be a perfect thing and a great, life-changing event. Like, just one
I
day at a time.
I know. I just thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I'm glad we did it.
No, I am too. I'm proud of both of us for being like, hey, this has been a shitty day for both of us, but let's just talk.
Yeah.
So, Mandy, I love you. Let's do this again because we actually have to get to topics at some point, but for now, this was exactly what I wanted uh
Yeah.
to do, is just to hang out.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. It's been it's been an interesting day, but yeah,
Oh, Jesus, me too.
it's been a day. But
So, I love you. I'll see you soon.
yeah, love you too. Thanks
Wait,
for having
how do I do
me.
that? Yeah, absolutely.